With the kalimba, melody and rhythm are really kind of the same. You can't really think about melody on the kalimba without thinking about the rhythm. It makes you think about the two in a different way than you would with like a guitar or a piano or a stringed instrument or something like that. So it just kind of forces you into a certain like idiomatic way of writing music that is nice when you want to get away from the typical. And so we're always trying to think of different ways that we can use tools that maybe a lot of people have used, but we're always trying to think of ways that we can use them that are new and fresh. Imagine the perfect music that we would want to listen to, then that's essentially what we try to make. Kind of stick to like guitar, piano, bass, drums. Of course I don't do drums. The heavy use of vocals, but just leaving the lyrics out of it. It frees up the imagination for the person who's listening to the music, which I really like. It takes that exchange that happens between the artist and the listener, and I feel like just kind of elevates it. And then Bob handles like the violins, and then the melody is the thing that's really carrying all of the emotion of the music with it, which I really like. I think it's really leaves a lot more room for the listener to have their own creative reaction to the song. If you want to be an artist and you want to stand out, you have to have your own sound. And in my opinion, that can't really come from anything other than playing your own instruments, like doing everything by hand. Like anything you hear in an ABNA Bond song is performed. Our melodies and our textures, like we like to use lots of effects, but you'll never hear us use, like canned strings or, build-ups. You can get those you can get cinematic movie sample libraries and get, the, kind of ramping up sounds, and I don't know, it's just not for us. You just gotta have that human element. The human performance is it's definitely the heart and soul of ABNA Bond for sure. When you choose to do any kind of art, any kind of thing that is expressive, then you really have to get to know yourself. An artist is someone who creates music because they just have to create music, otherwise they don't feel like they're living, or at least that's kind of like how it is for me. Like I have to do it. I have to be creating something. It's just part of my life, if I'm not doing it, then I feel like there's something missing. Pretty much from the moment I learned to play a guitar, I was like writing music, and of course it was awful when I started, and I still at this point have a lot to learn and a very long way to go. Any kind of thing that is expressive, then you really have to get to know yourself, because you can't really express who you are without really knowing who you are. So music and doing any kind of really creative endeavor really is kind of an exercise in getting to know yourself.